Their intention is to make it appear as though they want peace while doing everything they can to sabotage it. That's why Zelenskyy screams at Trump. I'm exaggerating. That's why he interrupts and cuts Trump off and insults and disrespects them. This is why they're pledging to send in troops. It basically tells Russia there will be no agreement. That's what they're saying.
It seems like they're all mobilizing. It's like a way to stop Trump. You know, when they all kind of band together to support what Trump's perceived enemy. Because it reminds me of how COVID happened. They release a bioweapon to stop Trump. In my opinion, that's what I think happened.
I concur with
Thank you. Thank you. So I think this is just part 2 of that, you know, the way like they've turned all this into, you know, like you were saying with Ukraine, where the money's going. It's like BLM getting the money and they got mansions with it, right? All these people are profiting off of it. So that's all I see is just another way to get at Trump.
I mean, I think that there's absolutely, there are people that are motivated simply by a hatred of Trump. I do think, I mean, clearly, you know, Putin wants to take land from Ukraine. The Russians do look at Ukraine.
He gave us the whole history about it.
Yeah, you know, they do look at Ukraine as their territory.
Did you see the tweet? I think it was from Insurrection Barbie. She said, so let me get this straight. Zelenskyy is a hero for putting Ukraine first, but Trump is a fascist for putting America first.
Yeah.
It's got like 30,000 retweets, and everyone's like, yep.
That's it.
So you've got Democrats are like Slava Ukraini, and they don't care about America. They don't care about our borders. They don't care about our economy. You know what I really love? Let me show you this. Let me pull up Civics. I love Civics data. National economy current condition. Oh, they're so bent out of shape over this one. Here's the polling for the current economy. Let's take a look at Democrats. How do Democrats view the economy right now? Well, right before Trump got inaugurated, literally, Trump gets elected, and 50%, 51% say the economy is fairly good, 22% say very good. Donald Trump is inaugurated, and then overnight, Democrats think the economy is bad.
Well, in fairness, he is doing a lot of cutting some federal jobs, and a lot of those Democrats are federal employees. No, I just got to disagree on one thing, Tim.
I'm going to agree with that, but the polling view shifted within 1 week before Doge, for everything. Democrats immediately just went, the economy is bad now.
Yep.
I don't think Zelinskyy threw that hissy fit on purpose. I think he was just actually caught off guard by the change in tenor and tone of the treatment he's getting from the administration. Yeah. He's used to having Josh Shapiro signing their bombs for him. Like, I don't know. I want to know what Josh Shapiro was writing on those warheads. And then
it's like a book, right?
It was long. And I'll just say, I don't ever think it's appropriate to write messages on bombs. I mean, they're making light of weapons of war, but setting that aside, I think he was genuinely caught off guard. He's used to people parading him like a hero, bringing him in front of Congress, signing his flag in American government buildings, and then he gets there and he's dressed down literally, and then not to say physically, but verbally afterwards. I think he was just seriously caught off guard.
Yeah,
he was already dressed down physically of his own doing.
That's right.
He's been showing up in a freaking like a bum. I'll wear a suit if I ever get an invite to the White House.
No. Look, I got invited to the White House and I wore this. I wore my normal thing.
Son of a bitch.
That's
were
right.
you there? Were you negotiating a peace deal?
So they had the White House social media summit. I was the only one not wearing a suit. And my attitude very much was what makes America great is that we are not beholden to wear suits when we go into public institutions. This is a country where a homeless man can look to the most powerful politician and tell him to go screw himself. Whereas in a lot of countries you can't do this, namely like Thailand with lèse-majesté laws. That being said, when I was invited to meet the president, I went and bought a suit. I'm going to meet the president. I kept the beanie. but that was only because I was in Palm Beach. And they were like, look, Donald, the president is here. He's got a bunch of people here. If you want to meet him, you got to wear a suit. That's how we do it. I said, you got it. We bought a suit, showed up. There's a picture of me wearing a suit. And they told me, actually, the beanies do go with the suits. Did you not?
Yeah, there you go.
And then the only other time, the most dressed up I've ever been is my wedding. I wore a suit with no beanie.
Nice.
Look at that.
That's right. The president, Mr. President, with all due respect, I appreciate your work, but I'm going to wear the beanie. That being said, I'm kidding, largely. But the reason why Zelinskyy dressing down was so offensive is that when he went to the World Economic Forum, he wore a suit.
You don't think it's endearing that a tyrant dresses like Adam Sandler?
you realize what it's branding. Like you realize he's been branded, sold, packaged, marketed to the American people,
100%.
and so many have bought into this. Oh, he's such a rugged warrior. He wears that. Dude, you wear a freaking suit. Right. People comparing him to Elon. Oh, Elon wears a baseball. Elon is not the president of a foreign country coming to do international geopolitics. He's Doge, and everybody knows that.
So everybody knows that I'm like a very anti-suit kind of slovenly guy. When we were told by people who worked with Trump, like friends of ours who work in the Republican Party, Trump is here. There's a bunch of senators and prominent individuals. You can come. You must wear a suit. I said, yes, sir. and went and bought one. Zelenskyy doesn't.
He had 2 buttons at least, so it was 2 steps up from his short.
I believe it was a reporter who called him out. Was it a reporter? There's a video.
Did Vance not say something?
The one I heard was Trump making the joke not once but twice. Right. Thanks for dressing up.
Oh, right.
I didn't hear anybody in the presser, but yeah, he's doing it on purpose, and it had worked. He had gotten praised for it. He'd gotten on the cover of magazines, and now it's like Dad's home. It's none of this idolatry crap. You better answer for what we're getting for the amount that we spent. You better account for where it's gone. And he can't. He won't, because he's been pocketing a good portion of it.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.